Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now I'm on here today, a bit late. Well, it depends what time I put this up. I want to make some more of these little booklets, these little leather ones. Now, I also am going to make some flower things. So, if you're just going to bear with me a minute. I got all in kerfuffle because I got the stuff ready to make the flower things, and then I got, well, they're yo-yo flowers, but then I wanted the leather, and I have got some really nice new stuff that Steffi sent me, but I haven't got it here, I'm sorry, because, well, Jeremy passed me down one, and it was the wrong one. I'm not going to say anything to him because he's busy, so I'm going to use what's in here, what I've got here, and I might do the... I get this off handbags, right? I get the handbags and I pull them apart. And I have done that. I've pulled this to pieces. Can't get that off there. See, that's nice, isn't it? Really nice. Do I want it to be that thick? I suppose it doesn't really matter how thick it is. It's only going to be tiny anyway. But I just have the urge that I really want to make one of these. Now, this is also off the bag. These pieces, come off part of the bag, so you can use that as a thing. I've actually got a bird in there, a bird over there. There was a zipper in the bag, and there was a clasp thing as well. This is a different bag, I'd say, but I've kept all these pieces when I've taken it apart, so I can show you how to make these little books. Well, you probably did that before. This come off out of a picture frame, really nice piece of silk with silk fabric with a really nice picture of a lady on that. That'd look really good on the cover of a journal, wouldn't it? But these were all in this bag, but these have been in here for a really long time, and I don't think I went through this packet of stuff. And I don't know whether I really want to use this for one, because I think some of it's discoloured a bit, but I guess that doesn't matter, They're not hard to make at all. They're really easy, actually. Really easy. So I'm just going to run up a couple. I think I might just do a couple. I like the thickness of this one. It's not, and this one's really nice, this red one. I really love this red one. But I have all those other beautiful pieces, and they must be in another box marked leather, so I'm going to have to just wait until I can get and go and get it myself, because my time's out. I slept this morning till 9 o'clock, I know. But isn't that good? I've been going to bed a lot earlier because I've had a terrible time with my sleeping lately. So I've been going to bed earlier, and I've been getting up a bit later. And that doesn't matter, because I haven't been having my afternoon nap. Now, I'm Sonya, in case you didn't know. I'm in Australia, and I'm going to cut this out the best to my ability. I don't want to make it too... It's not very straight, is it? It's a good idea if you did straight, Sonya. It really would. I wonder if my little knife will cut that. It probably will. Let me see. I've got a tin ruler here. Metal. Bet you that Mum's not bringing anything any good. That parcel that I ordered a really long time ago, to my way of thinking, is still not here, because they said that it was... I did the tracking thing, and the lady said, it's gone all over the place, and I don't understand. I'm not... Oh, man, I might have to cut that a bit better. It's not gone through. It's probably not a good idea to cut it with this anyway. Oh, yeah, it works. Made it all frilly. My knife might be a bit blunt, I don't know. But anyway, so my parcel's wandering around. In Australia, it's sort of overcast-ish, sort of. May go out tomorrow, may not, just depends. Didn't want to go out, it's too cold. It's too cold for me. Now, I'd want to make it so it's probably... Well, it's got to be... It's best it looks a bit more book-like if it's longer that way, doesn't it? So I'm going to try and cut this again without... If I do it one time without, going backwards and forwards across it or something, it'll probably work right. I don't know why I do this sideways. I have to put my mat sideways, I suppose. It's just... Hang on. Move it over a bit. Ah, dear. That's long there, right? And this can go down along here. I must have this the wrong way. Have I got other lines on the other side? Same sort of thing on the other side. I wanted lines where these little crosses are, but I suppose that's not going to happen. Just line up the little crosses, eh? That's what you do. line up your little crosses, Sonya, and you've got this really badly crooked. Okay. I might do a pencil mark and then cut it with the scissors. What do you reckon? That's probably safer for me. Safer idea all around, eh? There we go. Oh, that's better. Right. This side bit's bad too. Hope everybody's feeling all good. People are getting summertime, we're getting the winter time. Oh dear. But I've actually really enjoyed getting down in the covers, in the cosy, and getting some sleep. Some really comfortable. Because my legs, because I got my electric blanket on, I think that's why my legs don't hurt as bad. You know, my arthritis. My arthritis is mostly in my body. Got a whole heap of it. But my legs give me a really bad time if they get too cold. If it's going to rain, I know it's going to rain. Jeremy said to me the other day, your legs hurt? And I wonder what he's asking me that for, because I'm always grizzling if they are or not. And I said, oh no, so I thought it might be going to rain. He knows they work. I'm just going to be cutting away here forever if I keep this up, aren't I? There we go. Now try and make yours nice and squarish, or, well, oblong to start with. Put it up that way like that. It's good. It's not bad. It's all right. It's not bad at all. Now, what I would do is get that bit ready first, because then you can put your paper in it. So to save me cutting down the paper until it's non-existent. Now this piece is a real heavy bit, isn't it? Real heavy piece. So I'm going to draw on it and then cut it out, eh? Don't think I'll make this one as big, because I don't want to use that wrinkly bit there. Don't want to use the wrinkly bit. I've got to find that one. The other one's in another box marked leather as well. I just can't see it at the moment, me. You know, I'm going to make a little one, so I might just cut out two, because they're only going to be small. That's what I want, just a small sort of one. So you can get yours off handbags or purses or stuff, because that's where I got a lot of it. Let me see, I think this one here was, I don't know whether it was a handbag or not, and this one here, I don't remember where I got it from. I think it was a purse too, and they're good thicknesses of it, stuff, aren't they? So that's a straight line, that's a straight line, and that one there's a straight line. Goodness me, we've got the straight lines. Now I'm going to make this tinier. It's not very straight, that bit. Mustn't have did it, did I? Well, if I did, I need my eyes fixed, because it's bad. Okay, now, there is plenty. Let's see if we can put it in line with that. Where's them stars? There they are. So I'm having my groceries delivered today, because I do that sometimes, because I don't want to... I want to cut this off first. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing anyway. I'm sorry about that. I didn't want to go out there in the cold. Probably this week's a bigger order than usual, so... Okay, so it's... everything's so dear. Oh dear, it's so expensive, isn't it? Oh well, I suppose we're just going to have to learn to... And hubby's been cooking loaves of bread. Beautiful it is too. You know what? Him making that loaf of bread saves us $3 a loaf, because I have been paying $3.70 for a loaf of bread. I know people will say, well, you shouldn't have to do that, but for the one that we like, that's what we pay. You can get day-old bread for $1 somewhere across the street from Woolworths at the French bakery, but I don't want to do that. And it just depends what sort of stuff you like, what you like. And if you want to have what you like, you see, you need to have to pay for it, I suppose. But so I've saved $8 but we wouldn't have probably that much. You know, like, what can I say? Well, we would have had, the loaf of bread's only small. I wouldn't have eaten it by now. We haven't eaten it yet, so look at that. Aren't these going to be cute? Look, there we go. We've got 3. I don't know if I like this one. He's too big, isn't he? Let's cut him up a bit. Let's cut a bit off this. This is too big. Because I will need them to be a charm on the end of your journal or something. If you want to do that with them, you need them to cut down a bit, eh? Should find myself a piece of paper and make it this shape and then cut out the book, and I'm going to make it smaller. I'm just going to have to. I can't handle it. Can't handle it. It's too big and not straight at all. Hope you still can see what I'm doing. How much have I wasted? I've got confetti leather. I've got like confetti leather. How about now? Oh, it's marvellous how things will change when you fix them nice, isn't it? Oh, look at that. That'll make a tiny book. Could you make it that small? Why not? We're going to have a go. Right. Okay. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Little tiny booklets that we're going to make. Whether we do them exactly the same as that or not, I don't really know for the time being. I'm going to find something to make the paper out of, and then I'm going to put it in there, and we'll be really right. We need something with lines, do you think? Lines, some lines. Well, it doesn't have to have lines, but I like lines. They might be too big, the lines. I don't know. What's in this one? Let me see. And this is fastened on in a different way than what I have done before. And so is this one. Because has it been sewn and then glued? I think so. I might do that too with this. I might sew it and glue it, because sewing through the back spine here is a little bit harder. So this one's put on in a different manner than what I'm going to fold this first. Probably didn't need that bit on the top. Actually, this bit on the top can be the inside for that small one, so I'm going to cut this out across the line here. Very good. Now this is going to go in this one, so it has to be still smaller still, doesn't it? Fold it there and fold it there. I've just folded it over a few times. Actually, I can probably nearly do lots of pages out of this. I'm going to see. Get it all. No, missed a bit. Got it. I'm going to, this is not quite half, it's a bit further over than half. So let's get the eraser and get rid of that bit. It should be in either of these things. Here we are. I'm going to fold it again because nobody said I couldn't, see, did they? Righto, now I'm going to cut that. I'm just cutting along the fold line here. Now, I did have a fair few thicknesses. This one there's only 2, so I can go across that one. Oops. Wasn't thinking about that, was I? There, cut. Right. Now, if I want to cut these in half... Oh, hang on. No, this is the right thing, isn't it? We fold it over. Where's the piece? Where's the tiny little booklet thing? Here we are. Right. So these are fine. These are the right size. Righto. These are the right size. This one we've got to cut through here. Get it organised there. Scissors might be a quicker do. Righto. Fold them over. It's a bit fiddly, isn't it? It's fun though. Right. Like I said before, I can't pick up things without my fingernails or with them, so it doesn't really matter. I'm used to it all. I've grown out a fair bit, so I'm going to have to go and fix this a while. I don't want to do it too soon. Patience, that's what you got to have. With everything in life, you should have lots of patience with everything in life. I got into my cupboard and got out a couple of jumpers, and this one here fits me like, I don't know, it's really cosy because it's really long and I like it. Comes right down to the top of my thighs, and I really like it. Long jumper, but it's a bit snug. That doesn't matter. I've had it for years, but you know how you get something and you like it for that reason. It's cosy, so I'm not keen on the colour, but sometimes you can't have everything here, can you? Now, alright, just putting in my pages. A fair few pages. That's just up the top of the piece of paper. Okay. And I do love making miniature stuff. I really, really do. I've made them this size and probably smaller for the dollhouse, which I don't have anymore. I've got a great big box of stuff out in the shed there that I park my gopher in, and it's full of dollhouse and miniature size things. It's safe though. You've got to make sure there's nothing in there with it. Got its lid on. Okay, now I've got this. And this is a tiny bit bigger, but that doesn't matter because, oh no, my pages are going to poke out. Does that matter? Maybe not, because you think, oh dear. I'm going to sew them first and see what happens then. See what happens then when I sew them. Or should I cut it off now? Well, that seems a bit harsh. Okay. Oh, they probably won't go straight. After all the care I've taken so far. You reckon that's right? Do you think that was enough? Hope so. It doesn't matter if you see them a bit, but not as bad as it was. That's better, isn't it? Look. See, isn't that cute? That is so cool. Righto. So now, and I used to look in the magazines where you have, the catalogues, and in the catalogues, especially the ones from the bookshops, they'd have a picture of the front of the book, and then you could cut the picture off the front of the book and stick it onto your the front of this sort of thing, see? And that's a really cool idea, isn't it? Now, to make this so it'll just be nice, I'm got a piece of thread here. I'm going to see if I can put that through the back of this. Well, that would mean I'd need a bit better piece of thread, wouldn't it? So let's get this one here and see if I can go through it with this. I've got a lot of pages. But that's all right. I'll use this bit. Don't know if this will thread through here. It might be too small. The hole in the needle might be too small for that. But I need a really good sharp needle because I don't want to... Okay, so I've already threaded this yellow one up. I wonder what that's going to look like on the back of the book. Not good. That's not what I want. I do want a brown one. I do want brown. And I usually don't keep any brown thread here because I don't use it a lot. There's some here, but there's a bit there. Sort of brownish. A piece of paper. Oh, that's red. Goodness me, Sonya, how'd you manage that? Don't know, my brain isn't working. Colours, for colours today, red. I seen me box of cottons here somewhere. I know they're there. Stop hiding from me. Ah, dear. Need a red. Well, maybe that was in somewhere else. I was looking this morning. But I thought I put them back in. Yeah, there they are. It's really hard sometimes when you're looking at things and you can't see what you're looking at. And you're looking at it straight in front of you. It's not good at all. Then what colour will I put on it? I think I might want to use one of these threads here. Maybe that might work. What about green? I don't know. It's burgundy colour. You need something that'll look good on that. Look, see, there it is. And why wouldn't I have a burgundy thread? Because I don't use them much. That's the trouble with me. I stick with some things too much. This is not even burgundy, but it's different. I might use that. Oops, I'll lose that in there, won't I? I'll lose that in there. Okay. Now, that's got to go back in that other thing. Oh, look, I've mucked up all my little pages. And this is crooked, and I noticed it seriously while I was doing that. Okay, now, a piece of this. This is going to be hard to put through. That's not a good idea, Sonya. Let's just go with any colour at all, will work, okay? Where was the yellow one I had threaded in? Did I unpull that? That was not clever, was it? I'll try this one. I only need to go through the papers. Otherwise, I can use the... I might just put it through the paper. I think it's too hard to put through the... It's actually going to be a bit hard to put through here too, unless I make a hole. Oh no, look at that, it went through easy. Hang on to it. And go back the other way. Up a bit further. Yeah, that was a good sharp needle. That's what you need, a really good sharp needle. I think that'll be enough. I'll just tie a knot in it. They've got my heater on in here because it needs to be. It's still cold. I know some people have really got some really cold weather around here in Australia at this time of year. Oh, well, now they have. Because usually we get cold, but not really bad, you know, because we don't get any snow. Okay, so now I'm going to put this into here. And I'm going to use some glue because I'm going to glue on the paper to there, the page, the first page, I'm gluing it onto there. That's what I did with this one too. So, this is how I can do it without having to worry about sticking it to the, putting it through the back. I'm going to put it here first, up the middle. Okay, so just put your bit of glue in the middle there. Then put your little book down, like so. And then you put, so you can make make the big ones. Like once you get this in the centre, and you need to make sure by folding it over and all that sort of thing, getting it straight, that it's gluing to it, because it isn't. It's not gluing down at all to that. It will happen, I hope. This glue is not very quick to dry sometimes. It just depends what you're sticking down, because it's let me see if it's stuck to it yet. Oh yes, it has. I hope so. And then we're going to put glue in here so that we only glue one page to that, like so. Make sure you've got it folded like this though, because if you glue it in there and you go to fold it, it might not work because it'll pull the paper back. I didn't put glue right out to this corner by the look of it. I need to burnish that down pretty good. So it's going to stay there. Right, it's sticking now. It's sticking now. So you turn this one over, and it looks like this is not going to go far enough across there, doesn't it? You know, we can forgive that. We'll forgive that little bit of mistake there. Isn't that cute? I do like that. So you got a this piece here, this piece. Now let me tell you what I'm going to do. See, that's way back, isn't it? But if I decided to cut the red piece off, which I probably could just take a tiny bit, not too much, just a tiny bit, not as much as what is not covered, just that bit. Righto, now we're good, now we're good. I mean, I've even got these middle ones are a bit, coming out a bit far. Push that down into there. And it doesn't matter, I don't think, if you can see the pages, because I think that looks quite cute, doesn't it, if you can see the pages. Now, I want to make, I've got to have something for the front of it, so that shouldn't take too long. Shouldn't. You never know, though, with me. I just want to quickly find something nice to put on the front of there. No, it has to be a bit smaller than what I've got here, so I just want to, give me a second and I'll look in. Where the charms and bits are in front of me. And while I'm here, I might find the pieces for these ones, I think. And open sometime. All these things open a different way. You just got to work out what's what, haven't you? Okay, something small enough for the front. Too big, way too big. Look at this. I don't know if this is too heavy to put on here. Look at that. Isn't that dainty? That's really ducky. It's too big though, and that's a shame, because I would have liked to have put that on there. Must be something smaller on here somewhere, Sonya. Okay. Alright, come on. There's got to be something here you can use. These are nice. It might be too big for this too, is it? I'm just going to look at it for this one. No, I don't like that. The other things that I've used are earrings. What I've used on... Actually, that wasn't. This was a... It was a bezel of some sort, I think. And it had a ring on there. And that one there too. I've got some here. I don't think I've got a small one. Some bezels here, but I don't think there's anything small. Take me watch out. These are too big, aren't they? Oh, that's a ring. I wonder, I'll have to work on that, won't I? These are huge, you know, they're just not going to fit on there. I knew there was some in there, I just didn't know. I'll figure out something. Nobody panic, we'll get it in a minute. mouthful of water first. I'm going to have to do that. I do have some flat charms. There's a bird. It's too big though for this little one. What about that? What's this? It's a hat. Well, that's cool, but it's too big for this too. I might have to settle for some sort of a sticker on that because it's only very small. Bird could go on one of the other ones. Could do. There's something around the outside of it, or the hat. Anyway, let's hang on. That's part of that one. Thought I found another bit to do that with. I did, but oh, that's nice. Now this is a really flat butterfly, but he's really thin. If I probably try to straighten that out, that might break it. Oh, I've got these things here. Now these I bought. They go in those charm things. They're like Amy bought me a charm with these stuff in it one time. I've still got it, Amy. It's in one of my jewellery boxes in the bedroom. It says Mum. This one's got. What's this got on it? Okay, so one of these little things would work, wouldn't they? Got all these tiny dear little pets of things, and W. Oh, look at that! Isn't that beautiful? But if it's a W, it's particularly for somebody with. Look at that! There's a dragonfly. I wonder if I can get this to stick on here. That's going to be the issue, whether it's going to stick on or not, isn't it? I've still got lots more of these in here. This is Mum. I like that W on there. That looks really good against the red. It really does. Don't think it's too thick, do you? Too thick. Through that way. Okay. I don't think there's metal stuff in there. Here's some in this one. These flat. Oh, these are nice. The lovely lady sent me a lot of these too. Hang on a minute, I might have a small enough one. Look at that. Here we go. Look. Got it. I think I've got it. I'm going to put on there the heart. Even though it's a little bit high, it doesn't matter. I've got all these others here that are really thin, and that's good too, look, to put on, isn't it? She made me those. So I'll go on the bigger ones. That will. There's a bee. There's a little bee. Here's that. Okie dokie. We're going to do that. I don't know which ones I'll make more books. I have to make more books because I do like the W on there, but I do like the heart as well. So it's a. Oh no, I don't. I want the heart. Okay, so will I get this to stick? I got that that you know that's that good glue. You know the good glue somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to put a wrapping round thing around it. I think I need something to wrap around it to give it to hang on to it properly. So I'm going to do that. I don't know whether I'll do another. I suppose I should do another one. Oh, this little one he's got a cross. You know, I could put this and be a little Bible, can't it? Look at that. Wait a minute. Where's the little cross? I dropped it. It's gone. It's gone. Here it is. Come here. Oh dear. Gotcha. Oh, look at that. Isn't this beautiful? I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to stick. That's my only problem, because they haven't got a hole in them to tie them on or anything. You know, the little heart's got a hole in it and you can tie it there. I might have to do the heart. Where is it? Here you are. There you are. There's a little heart, and I can sort of. I can stick it and then actually tie it on as well because there's a hole in it. This one's flat, but it hasn't got a hole in it. What's it say? I can't see that. C G H A N G E D. Changed. Oh, goodness me, Sonia. Can't even see what it says. Anyway, let's make another one so we can put a thing on it, eh? Won't take very long, I don't think. I should have enough time. I'll make it out of this here. This, I really like this stuff. You move over there a bit while we do this one. Need some paper. We just need to make a little paper inside, don't we? It shouldn't take us too long. There's a little paper inside. Fold that down like so. Just if I get it the right size to start with, really good idea, then I won't have to be cutting it back all the time, will I? So I'm going to need a pencil, which I've got here under this bit. Gee, that doesn't look terribly straight, hey? It doesn't matter, it's handmade and it's beautiful and I like it, and that's it. I'm not going to do anything else about it. Right, I'm going to take it the other side of the line though, because I think it's cut that. Oh no. You sit there. I didn't cut that off. I should have cut that bit of pencil off there. Don't like that sitting there looking at me. Right. Did that? It's not too wide, is it? Too big? Oh, goodness me, I hope not. I did it the wrong way. Suppose you can write up and down on the lines. I guess a mistake will make it worth money. Doesn't that happen? It's alright, I've got... I'm fine, I've just got a bit of allergies to the world today. I was supposed to take me me stuff and I forgot. Oh dear, well when something is one of a kind, and these are, but also it has a flaw, usually they make them worth a bit more money, don't it? Oh dear, sorry. Oh goodness. Right, now let's see if I can get this to be the good size in the book. Might need a bit more paper. What do you reckon? We're a bit lousy on the paper. How many pieces of paper we got? Only a few. We've got more because we need to stick it to the inside cover as well, don't we? Or I could sew that through here on this one. It needs a good little spine piece though, doesn't it? It needs something on its spine. That's not wide enough, I don't think. I'll find something for its spine in a minute. Might have to get a bit more paper. Be more valuable too, because it's going the wrong way, won't it? Oh dear. Well, we're supposed to enjoy ourselves, you know, you can't be miserable all the time. It's not good for you. I think I don't know who said this to us when we were kids, or it was a mother's or a grandma or whoever it was. If you can't stop drizzling, you're not going to grow. So, I don't know how they come up with that, but anyway. I'm going to grow if you don't stop grizzling. Grizzling, complaining, whatever. I'm not saying, I don't like people saying you're complaining when you're stating a fact about something. You're stating a fact about something and people say you're complaining. That's not necessarily so, is it? Because if I say something and people say, oh, you're complaining, you're not complaining. You're just saying, well, it's true and that's how I feel. That's all there is to it. Righto, I better don't cut too much off here. I'm really getting carried away with the scissors. I've got to cut this bit off here again because it's not quite right. I'm doing that slicing thing again, aren't I, where I'm chopping everything up. Actually got to take more off, don't I? Oh, dear, oh dear, that's not enough. A bit more. And I'll lose all this. Lose me good little book in a minute. I suppose it won't be really lost. It'll be fair here somewhere near me. Is that all I got? Yep. Okay, so let's put that in there. See if it folds over nicely. Because you've got to think about too, when you do that, it seems to, it pushes it all out here. So what you need to do is make sure you get it really straight if you can. It's not easy when you do it something so small, but do your very best. Where's my bone folder? Well, that'll be a miracle. There must be somewhere in one of these. These have got 2 pots with them in, so where is it? Probably should do these all one at a time and see if I can get them to fold over nicely. There we go. A bit of a fraction there. Righto. Now, one more. This is one of them books you have to write in sideways, okay? And that's okay. I mean, that's fine. Perfectly fine. This bit, put it in the middle, like so, and turn that over. And it's still going to come out the end here, isn't it? I might sew it in before I cut it off, you know, because I don't want to have it all left over, do I? And if I put it in with this purple, well, I need the needle that purple is threaded in. That's what I really want, because it's a really good sharp one. I think this is it here, and it's unthreaded, but we will fix that. We will put a piece of something through here in a minute. Hang on while I see if I can push this through. Come on, get straight. I'll get the pliers, I might be right. There you go, it's through. Well, it's going to be. I just need to put a piece of thread on it. Don't like that on there. But I might cover that over anyway, will I? Alright, I'm going to take it back out of there. I hope I am. Come on, just put it through the paper. Just put it through the paper, Sonia, because it works a bit better, I think. Okay, I'll get a bit of this here. I might have to do a free whole pamphlet stitch here by the look at this. It'll be alright though, because it's a bit small. Well, that worked, it all fell off. Anyway, we'll get on fixing it back up in a minute. Hope I'm not... Oops, I think I've gone way over the time. Goodness gracious me. You know what, I'm going to have to just sit here and make 2 of these. And I'll sit here until I make a bit more, and then I'll have 2 videos, because it'll... Oh dear, I don't know what happened. Well, sorry about this, people, but I might not have, because I think I didn't start this till fairly late. Anyway, so I'm going to actually go in a minute. I don't think it's been that long, has it? I think I started about 11:30. And it's 12:15. I think that's what I started. I had to come in here and sort out a few things first, find what I was looking for. I found what I was looking for and then changed my mind. Because I'll do those, I want to do some antique, or vintage looking, things, as far as flowers and that go, hope. I'll do some vintage flowers. Hook that round there. It mustn't be, have I been in here? No. I can tell by the camera if it had just come up on there for me. But it doesn't until I twitch it off. There must be a way. I've been always saying that I was going to try and see how I can tell how much I've recorded. And then I looked at the clock and I thought I remembered what, you know what, don't you thought he did and he didn't, but he didn't. Yep, that's right. Thought didn't do that at all. Okay, so I'm going to put that here and I'm going to glue that right in the middle first, I hope. And this part, glue this down here. Got a fair bit of glue there, Sonya. Right, oh, that's all right. We're not going to worry about that. We just use it. Use the glue, stick it down in there. I just will show you quickly how I put the front part on them when I come back here next time, okay? What I use to do this, I'll finish them off with that. Because I don't know how long I've been on here. I hope I haven't mucked it up too much. And gone to the next video. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this over like this. Because these are going to be too big, these pages. They're going to stick out the end. I'm going to push this down a bit. Close that. Because I want to put a back part on here, and I shall do that. I might put... Anyway, you'll see. I'll come back on here and show you what I do tomorrow, I think. Or whatever day. It'll be back on here soon. Straight after this one, I'll put the video up on it. What I ever discover to do. Whatever I decide. And then this one goes here. And this is how you keep it in your book. You keep your pages in your book by doing this, see? There's that. Of course you can use it, see? Now you can use it. Yep. Of course you can. Right, now I want to take that tiny little slither off there. I'm going to cut it with the scissors though, because I'm not going to trust that knife thing. How's that? One snip. Done. So, it's a bit out here. Not too much though, you don't want to cut it off. I do have to cut it off. I do have to cut it off. Okay. Slightly do that. Okay. That's better. Right, now, I reckon I'll even make little corners for this too. You know, the little corners that go on there. And they're real easy to do. While I'm just still here with you, I hope you get to see this bit, but if you don't, I'll have to redo it. I'm going to get a piece of this skinny bit. Maybe this would do better with if I had a piece of gold paper handy, which I do have some, but it isn't handy today. Of course, that'd be the way of things. Where did that go? Here we are. And then you just fold that over, and you fold that over. Right, like that, okay. And then, cut that off there. You put it on here like this. Well, you'd fold it over while it was on there anyway. Righto, see? And you've got a corner thing. Right, so you fold that down that way. And that down that way, like that. And then you get it and you put it on there like so. So you should be able to do this with it on that. Yeah, right. be a lot easier if I didn't have to try and concentrate and do it at the same time, which of course I have to do. Righto. So then you've got a corner like that. Okay, better go. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. We made two books, one tiny one and one this size one. Really cute, aren't they? And then I'm going to put something like this, maybe the hat. Maybe the hat, or that's not the hat. Maybe the hat on top of it. What do you think? That'll look nice, won't it? And there'll be a wrap around there. So I did that with this other one. I used something like that so I could hook it through there so I can wrap it shut. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you have a good day and stay safe, and I'll be back another time. Thank you. Bye bye.